Hey y'all, it's your girl Symon'e and I'm back again with another video. So today I'm going to be installing this 613 blonde wig for my cousin. As you can see, I'm just showing here that I've already tinted the lace on the bottom with some brown foundation powder. I actually use my contour palette. But here I'm doing the stocking cap method. As you can see, I already put the stocking cap on and I'm just applying the freeze spray and then using my blow dryer as well to go in and dry it out. And once you do this, you definitely want to make sure that the freeze spray is completely dried before you go in with cutting the excess of the cap off. So I'm just drying away here with the blow dryer. And then here I'm going in with my scissors to go ahead and cut off the edges of the stocking cap. Starting with the ears first, you want to poke a hole on the sides so that you can get the ears out. The ear tabs is always the hardest part to dry down. So you definitely want to make sure that you start there first and then work your way around. And then as you can see here, I've already cut off the excess of the stocking cap all the way around. I'm just going through and cutting off any extra pieces that are just hanging around. So now I'm gonna take my BH Cosmetics contour palette because she didn't have her makeup foundation with her, so I just used the contour palette that I had in my makeup room and using the color that's closest to her skin complexion to go ahead and apply the powder onto the stocking cap. When you do this, the purpose of doing this is so that basically it'll look as if she's bald pretty much. Because you want to get your wig to be blended as much as possible. And so then I'm going in with some alcohol here just to wipe off the excess of the powder. So after you go ahead and wipe off the excess of the powder, what you want to do is take your Got2b glue. I used both Got2b glues on her. I used the Got2b gel and also the freeze spray as you saw previously. But you want to take the black tube of Got2b glue and go ahead and start applying your first layer of glue right in front of where you laid the stocking cap. Usually I try to do a thin layer and I try to get half and half, so half right in front of the stocking cap and like half on the stocking cap too. And then I also go in with a little bit of freeze spray on top of that as well, and then go in with my blow dryer to kind of dry that out a little bit. And while her first layer of glue is drying out, I went ahead and cut the lace off of her wig. Now usually when I cut the lace off the wig, I try to go in with some freeze spray to get the flyaways to stay out of the way and comb them back, just so that I can cut the lace as precise as possible. And when I cut the lace off, I usually try to cut as close to the hairline as I possibly can. That way it's gonna lay a lot better as far as blending and everything like that and looking scalp-like. So definitely want to cut off as much of the lace as possible, as close to the hairline as possible. So after I finish cutting off her lace, I go ahead and start applying the second layer of glue, doing the same process, going in with the black tube of the Got2b gel first and spreading out the layer as smooth as possible, and then also going on top of that with the freeze spray and then the blow dryer just to dry it up a little bit. And normally for the second layer, I don't let it completely dry. I just let it dry a little bit just so that it's still a little bit tacky, so that I can go ahead and start laying the wig. Now, with laying the wig, what you want to do is basically start from the middle and then work your way from side to side. So as you can see, I'm starting with the middle of her wig, and well, I'm basically combing the flyaways back first, or the baby hairs, combing those back first, and then I start with the middle of her wig and then work from side to side. So after laying down the middle, I just go ahead and go to the right side and lay the right side down the ear tab, and then I work my way over to the left side. And after all of that is done and I've laid each side down, I just comb back the hair a little bit just so that I can see, the hairline and how it looks. And then I go in with some alcohol to wipe off any of the excess glue and gel, just so that it's just a clean finish. Now here we're just basically she's basically deciding to cut the hair, pretty much. So we're just deciding on how the length that she wants, and then her part and everything like that. And she ended up deciding to do a side part. So I went ahead and parted it first before I started the cutting. Now I'm going in and taking out her baby hairs before I apply the scarf on her head, because you definitely want to tie the scarf around your edges after you finish laying down your wig, just so that it lays a lot flatter. But I'm just going ahead and taking out her baby hairs here. As you can see, she did want baby hairs, so I'm going ahead and taking those out right now. And then I'm gonna apply the scarf to her edges and let it sit for about 10 or 15 minutes, just so that it can lay down flat, and also it's completely dried so that the wig doesn't lift or anything like that. So while I have the scarf sitting on her hairline, I'm just gonna cut out her baby hairs, just so that they're out of her face while she waits. So after I take the scarf off, I just basically cut the baby hairs just a little bit shorter, just so that they're not so long and don't look very natural. I cut them down a little bit shorter, and to lay the baby hairs, I usually use the black tube of Got2b gel, just because when it dries, it hardens a little bit and it doesn't dry like white, and so it'll stay for a longer period of time, and also it looks good. So I just use that for the baby hairs, and so I'm just go ahead and doing her baby hairs now, as you can see here. After I do all of that, I go back in with my BH Cosmetics contour palette in her shade, and then I just apply some of the powder to the hairline to make it look, make it blend a lot more. And also, the reason I used the powder is because she kind of wanted her roots tinted a little bit. So in the beginning, when I showed the inside of her cap, I used the powder on that as well, and that kind of helps with the tinting of her roots, just so that I didn't have to actually dye the hair. But that helped a lot with the tinting of her roots to how she liked it or how she wanted it. So that was good. And then here I'm just basically gonna start the cutting process. She ended up deciding to do the blunt cut look. So I'm just measuring out where I want to cut right here in the back. So after I finish cutting the hair, as you can see, it's a blunt cut here. I'm basically just cutting her bangs a little bit just to make it so when I style it, her bangs will be like a feathered layer type of look. So I'm just doing that right now. This part is pretty self-explanatory. I'm just going in and starting the curling process. I use my flat irons, which I can't really remember which style. Oh, Style House flat irons is the type of flat irons that I have. And of course I have it all the way, the heat all the way up. But I have Style House flat irons, and I'm just going in and starting to curl her hair. Now basically I'm just doing like the loose type of feather curl look. To kind of give her the Marilyn Monroe style. That's what I feel like it is. But here I'm just almost finished here, just doing her bangs in the front, and in a minute you'll see the finished product. Here I'm just kind of playing with it a little bit. I am finished, so this is pretty much the finished product. But just leave a comment below and let me know what y'all think of her hairstyle. Alright, and now for the grand reveal. This is how her hair looks all finished. This is her hairline here. As you can see, it looks very natural. Of course, you can still see like the lace a little bit because of the flash when you're all extra close, but of course in natural lighting and everything, you're not going to be able to see it. It looks very scalp like. It looks really good. I was very surprised at how well I did, especially with the cutting, because I'm not a professional. As I said in my previous video, I'm still not a professional, but I did a really good job with her hair and I'm proud of it. But anyway, that's the end of this video, y'all. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.